please respond. 160 Scott Street between Josephine Street and Victoria Street West. There's a fire in the back half of the house. Smoke and flames are visible. Alarms are activated and people are evacuating. That's 160 Scott Street for the back half of the house on fire. Time second page is 11:15:16.
Hey folks, I'm really sad right now. I woke up yesterday morning, I should say I got woke up yesterday morning by the scanner going off. And they said, fire in the back of the house, smoke and flames visible. When they said the address, I was like, oh no, I knew exactly where it was. I looked out my window and sure enough our backyard was full of smoke. The house across the street here. And it just happens to be the house where I got the fortress from. I got up, I come out. My first thought was to put the weather cam in my window and just point it out. But, with the screen on my window, that would have been a really crappy video. So I decided to come out, and I just put the camera on the scooter and just parked outside here. The only time I actually used the camera, I didn't need to use this camera here, because everything's so close. But I did use it when they came and disconnected the hydro from the house. The hydro truck showed up. So, it's... They said it's minor. It was minor damage. It was confined to a room in the back. But not only did they just disconnect the hydro, they took the wire right down. You got the transformer on the post on this side of the road, and the wire goes across to the house. They took that wire right down, which kind of surprised me. But it's sad because, well, I don't want to give too much of their information away, but he joined the military earlier this year. He left he brought the fortress over to me just before he left. So he's not home right now. His sister was the only one that was here at the time. And she put the dog in the car, so they get the dog's out, no problem. And her father, and her daughter, she's got a 7-8-year-old daughter. They were, from what I heard, were at a petting zoo in Toronto yesterday, so they weren't here. So it was just her by herself. And I went over and asked her if she needed anything. Bring a chair to her to sit on or something. She's okay. So, but it's just sad because after his mother died, they started cleaning up the house, and they had a big dumpster in the driveway. They were getting rid of stuff, and they were gonna basically clean up and sell the house and move into a smaller house. They didn't need such a big house anymore, so they were gonna sell. I'm just so bummed by it. So last night, my window's still only open about an inch, because it's so, the temperature's dropped right now into the single digits. And at some point last night, I don't know if the wind changed direction or what it was, but I started getting the smell from the house. And if you've ever smelled a house fire, they've got their own unique smell, and it's horrible. I don't know if I actually hate the smell or because what I associate that smell with, I don't know, but I couldn't stand it. So I had to go out for another drive in the rain last night just to get some fresh air, get that smell out of my nose. And once I came home, I couldn't smell it anymore. There's only a tiny, tiny little breeze out there today. And of course, it's still raining. It's that time of year now when all this crap's gonna happen. But I don't smell anything now, so that's good. But after a house burns, they'll emit that smell for days after. And it's such a horrible smell. So I don't know where they are right now or what they're going to be doing, but the house is uninhabitable right now. I don't know what it looks like inside. Like I said, the fire is contained to a room in the back, but there was pretty substantial smoke coming out the front door, so the whole house is going to have smoke damage. But to what extent, I don't know. I don't know what kind of water damage there might be in there. I'm just so sad. I feel bad for them. And like I said before, this isn't, when I watch these fires, it's not entertainment for me. I'm the kind of person, I have to know what's going on everywhere, all the time. It's a burden. But I become them, you know, and I feel their emotions. I feel what they would be going through, and it depresses me. But I seem to thrive on depression. You know, I get in a bad mood or something, I listen to depressing music. I take myself to the bottom, so there's nowhere else to go but back up, right? I've always been that way. But I don't know what to say. I feel so bad for them. I can't imagine, you know, being in that kind of situation. For us, it's not so bad because we're renting. We can always go somewhere else. It'll take, you know, a while to find a place, but, you know, but to actually own a home and not be able to live in it, I don't know what that would be like. I don't want to ever have to know. So, I woke up today and I got an email from my dealer, parts are sent, so shipping's paid for, and according to Canada Post, got an email from them because he's got a tracking number on it. So I get an email from Canada Post stating the package has been sent, or picked up, I think it was, and I should receive it tomorrow. By end of day. Well, I won't because it's Canada Post. Our post office will receive it before end of day, but I won't because they don't do door-to-door delivery here. So I'll have to go pick it up. So I gotta keep my eyes open. I'll check the tracking tonight before I go to bed and see where it is. So, but I should have purchased tomorrow. And now, unfortunately, I've gone back to sleeping my regular hours. I woke up today like 2:30, 3 o'clock, something like that. So, p.m. Always go back to that. I don't intentionally do it. I always go back to that. My body just naturally goes to that time frame. And it's when I need to be up at a different time that I try to change. That's when I have the issues. As far as going back to the time I normally sleep, like right now, my body does that naturally. I don't have to try to do that. It just happens. So that kind of sucks. So I'm going to head out today in the rain again. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to grab a coffee and just go for a tour. Just enjoy the rain. It's not heavy rain at the moment. It kind of looks like it might be, but I don't think it's too bad. It's heavier now than it was when I come out of the house, but yeah. At least it's not white. I haven't looked today, but I did look last night at the radar again, and that patch of snow up north is not there anymore. It's all green now, which is good, I guess. But it's coming. I haven't seen any kind of forecast yet as to when we should expect our first snow, but we'll see. If these temperatures keep up, I don't think it's going to be far off. And I was watching Ryan Hall's video yesterday. Cold air is going to sweep across the states, and the way things are right now, there's a lot of warm air moving up from the Gulf, and they're going to clash and bring storms, I think, Friday. And that cold front's going to reach us, so we'll see what happens when that cold air crosses the lake. Yeah, it's starting to rain harder now. I'm already wet. My sleeves especially are still pretty soaked from last night. I should be wearing my old coat, but, you know, it is what it is. So, I'm going to go for a drive and just... I can't bike in the rain anymore. This is my only option. Drive the scooter. Enjoy it as best I can. You know, it's a little bit different because when I'm riding a bike, I'm generating heat. Here I'm just sitting here and the rain just kind of gets colder. But, you know, once it starts soaking through everything. But, well, what can you do, right? Well, I guess that's it. I don't think there's anything to really... anything else to discuss? Yeah. I might just wait for a minute. I'll take a look at the radar before I go out, because it's raining a little too heavy now. I don't want to go out when it's like this. I don't know how you can see it, but... yeah, it's raining pretty good now. And it just suddenly slowed down a little bit. And now it's coming back again. At least there's very little wind today. That helps. That makes a big difference. It was kind of breezy last night when I was out. And I got a lot of tree branches down everywhere. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got. I just wanted to talk about the house and let you know that I should have my monster parts tomorrow. He wants me to email him, let him know that I got them, and make sure everything's there that I wanted. Because he hasn't paid for them yet. He hasn't paid the distributor, which surprises me. I kind of figured, you know, they wouldn't send the parts without payment, but he says he hasn't paid them yet. He's not going to pay him until he knows I got what I wanted. Anyway, I guess that's it. I go out and get wet and see how much I can enjoy of this chilly, rainy, lucky day.